Hi guys, it's Amy from Amy's Little Bit of Everything. Doing some canning today. Got my canning bib on. Canning bib. Canning apron. Thank you, Josie. My niece got me that. Thank you. If I'm breathing heavy, I got back pain right now, but I got to get these green beans done and the tomatoes done. I have to. I had a viewer that wanted me to do the green bean haul. Or not a green bean haul, but a canning green beans. And she asked me about it, and I had at that point canned a whole bunch, and I didn't know if I was going to do anymore. Well, we actually had a little bit left out of our garden, and I told Jeff, go ahead and pick them, and I'll can them because I wanted to do a show for her. So mainly what we need to do for our setup, you'll see over here, this is for, I'm going to put these green beans in pints, and I'm going to wash these up because I've used all my pints except for maybe like 2. So I'm going to go ahead and open these up and get them washed, and then that'll be ready. That's where I'll set over here. So that canner's getting up to 180 degrees because that's going to be what I put my cans in to sterilize my cans. This one, I will need hot water in it, but what's going to go on that burner is going to be my pressure canner, because with green beans, you have to use your pressure canner. Let me get mine. Here's the pressure canner. We need to fill it up with 2 inches of water. I won't do that right yet because we're not ready for that by any means. I gotta step over my cord because my phone is running on nothing, so I had to plug it in. Okay, so after we get all that ready, let me go get my green beans. Now I like to snap my green beans either the day before or 2 days before, whatever. I just like to have them ready to go. So this is the end of our green beans. We have canned all of our green beans, and I saved these to do this video so I could show her how to do green beans. So after you get your green beans, you snap them. I haven't washed mine yet. I just snapped them last night. They were already so clean, but I do wash them when I get ready for this. So I think at this point, I'm going to go ahead and wash my jars up. Then I'm going to go ahead and wash my beans, and then we'll be ready for the next step. So I'll be right back. Oh, and thanks for joining me. If you like this, the contents of this video, like, sign on, subscribe, comment. Sorry, my intro is going down the tubes. I got so much on my mind. I apologize. But I'm glad to have y'all here. And you guys leave me the best comments and the concerns and all that. And I greatly appreciate everything. Haven't heard anything from the doctor yet, so I'll keep you informed when I do. But, jazz hands, seal flappers, and my butterfly. Oops, she's gone. She's back. Hey, oh no. See, it doesn't hurt when I go this way, but when I bend over, I was getting ready to say, oh, my Flexeril's helping. It helps. But yeah, and I could do this, not too bad, not real fast. But yeah, I don't want to lean back or bend forward. Okay, let's get on with this. No griping, complaining, Amy. Oh, and this is the best book. But you guys, if you don't have a book and you can't afford one, this is what I use. If you can't afford one, I've been there. I've done it. Go online, maybe even go to the library, and just type in canning green beans or something like that. Ball's, yeah, because this is the blue book. Ball's blue book, canning green beans or something like that, anything, and it'll pop up. And this is about the most simplest recipe I could find. I'm using 111 on, that's the page number, and it says prep. Okay, so we'll just go ahead and start with this, and this is how we'll do it. All you need are your beans, your water, and salt is optional. Okay, you wash your beans under cold running water, drain, remove the string, and trim the ends from the beans. Cut or break your beans into 2-inch pieces. It depends. Like, we do sometimes bigger than that. It just, as long as the it heats through and cooks the bean, because you don't want it, you want it cooked through, but it stays long enough in the pressure canner, it's going to cook it. Okay, so we'll go ahead and do that now. Let me clean my green beans. All right, I'll be right back. I'm back. All right, did you miss me? I hope so. I missed you. All right, now I've got my green beans washed. For you who are just starting out canning that don't really know how to wash them, I mean, hey, I get it. I've been first time on stuff and I'd be like, how do you wash them? I mean, yeah, you can run them under water, but do I need to get out a scrubbing brush and scrub them, or what do I do? Our garden is relatively clean. Jeff keeps it immaculate. So when he brings them in, I could probably cook from that. Because, I mean, I don't, but I could because they're so clean. But what I do is I put them in this big bowl and I soak them, I stir them, I rub them, I kind of dump out the water, I do it again. I do this about 2 or 3 times. Me, today I did about twice, but they really didn't need it. But I do just to get all the, you know, if there's anything still stuck on the bean or anything. Then I have this from Temu. I love this thing. I've had strainers. I would normally use a regular strainer, but I put this in my sink. I take that, oops, I forgot a bean. And I take my bowl that has the water in it. I slowly start to add that in there. I let the water drain out, and then I let my beans sit there for a second. Then I dump them back in here. So that's how you would clean them. Now I've got my jar sitting out. I have my lids already in my pan. I'm gonna put some water in them because I like to boil these. Some people say you do, some people say you don't. I always do. Helps me get a better seal. And I know mine is not going to carry anything like botulism. I mean, hopefully not. Pray to the Lord that it doesn't, but you never know. But, I mean, if you do it right, you won't have to worry about it. Okay, so we've cleaned everything. I've got this going. It's getting there. It's not to the hot point yet. But what we need to do in our next step, I do mine the raw pack. What raw pack is I get my little water here. I fill this up with water. You know, just whatever you think you need, how many jars you got and what beans you got. I think this is too many jars. I've got 8 pints here. I think my little thing only holds 7. Might hold 8. I don't think I have that many green beans, but I like to get them out just in case I do, because sometimes I've guessed myself and I guessed it wrong and I had to wait to process the jars and everything again. It was a mess. So always process as many jars as you can, and if you have some left over, the only thing you did was boil them in water. That's it. Okay, so I'll fill this up with water. This is how I do the raw pack. Raw pack is I fill this up with water, I put it on the stove, I bring it to a boil. Then when it's to a good boil, and after I've put these, I filled these with hot water, I put them over there in the sterilization to get them clean. Then when they're done, I get them out and I set them here. Then I take my beans and I get my little strainer and I put my beans in there. I put my salt in there. If you want to put salt, I always like to put a little onion. I don't have any onion. We've used all of ours. Our onion was so good this year. I do have some chopped up onions. I might use them because I like a little onion in my green bean. I don't know why. I think my mom did it. But a little salt, a little onion, put your green beans. Then you start to fill your hot water up. And I think it's, it's a half inch headspace, half teaspoon of salt to pint, 1 teaspoon salt to a quart. So I'm doing pint, so it'll be a half teaspoon of salt. Sometimes I put that much, sometimes I put less. And then the hot pack is when you actually blanch your beans in boiling water for 5 minutes. So that means you'd put your beans in this, boil them for 5 minutes, then ladle that out and put them in your jars. Either way, I think my mom blanched them. Me, I find it just as easy to boil my water, get everything ready, I throw them in there, I fill it up with water, I process them, and I'm good to go. Because while I process these, then I'll be working on my tomatoes. So, because I've got tomatoes to do, pickles to do. I'm going to freeze the green peppers because I cook with them throughout the year. I could show you how I freeze them. It's not anything, you know, special, but if you don't know how to do it, you might want to watch it. And what else? Oh, I still got those apples. I got to do something with my apples. Okay, and then today, there was strawberry sale. So I bought like a ton of strawberries to do strawberry jam this fall. Nice job, Aim. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so now we are just waiting for this water to heat up. I am going to go ahead and get my I hate walking over this because I can see me pulling this cord down and you guys going down. The thing I like about getting summer and the garden over with is I like to get my kitchen back in order. Because my kitchen doesn't get in order the whole summer long because I've got canning supplies everywhere. But like I tell Jeff, there's no reason to take the canning supplies out because we bring them out and then we bring them in and it's just too crazy. Okay, so I'm going to get this thing filled up and just get my water in there because I don't want to jump the gun. That one over there has got to... At first I thought, oh my gosh, I don't even have the burner on. I got the burner on. I'm just filling this one bowl up with water. And whenever I put water into can with, I like to get the big bottled water because we've got well water. Nothing wrong with it. It's just got a lot of calcium and stuff like that in there. Heck, it's probably better than the water we're putting in here. But anyways, and I love my canning water, or my well water, don't get me wrong. Okay. I'm gonna put that there. And I guess I might as well let that boil. We might as well get that up to a boil. Let me see. I can't move you guys because I'm scared I'm gonna knock the cord off. Let me turn that up a little bit because that's mainly what I'm waiting on. Okay, because we got the beans ready. Let's see. I think I'm gonna put you on hold for right now because really I'm not doing anything. So when I get ready to do the next step, I don't like sitting that there. So when we get ready to do the next step, I'll be ready. All right. Okay, and for the person who wanted to know how to can green beans and had never canned before, I like to have something like this. This end I like to debubble. You'll have to debubble your beans. I'll show you when we get to that point. And then this has, oh my gosh, it's almost worn off, but it has like ½ inch, inch and a half too, and it goes all the way up to 4 inches along here. You won't be able to see the measurements, I don't think. Well, there you go. And that's to measure your headspace. This is to get your lids out of your water because it's got a magnet on it, pulls those lids right out of there, out of the hot water. Then you got your strainer, and then to pick up your cans with. And actually, oh, and one more thing I would have is this, temperature measurement. I think I got this. It was in the canning stuff when I bought it a long time ago, but it's just like any candy measuring thing will work. You want your water that's going to sterilize your jars. You want it to be 180 degrees. Anything below that, you're not getting a full sterilization done or cleaning done. And you want everything to be as clean as possible so that you don't make anybody sick. So I'm not even going to check mine yet because I know mine isn't done. I just think I'm going to move to the next thing while I'm waiting. Coming around here so I don't have to. Here is my tomatoes that I worked up last night. So now all I got to do is put them in the chopper and get them chopped down. And I think I'm going to do, I think we were needing pasta sauce. I did pizza sauce last time. I think it's about time to do pasta because I've been doing hot sauce or hot salsa. Yeah, I'll have to go check. I'll have to look into that. But all I need to do is grind that down and make it into, use potatoes or tomatoes. And I don't really need tomato juice because I already made a whole bunch of that. So I just want, while I have pints, go ahead and use those pints of some kind of a pasta sauce, pizza sauce, or maybe even hot salsa because Jeff loves the hot salsa. Then I would like to get my strawberries. I usually make strawberry jam out of them, and Kroger had a really good deal. They were marked down to $1.69, and then I had another 50% or 50-cent coupon off of that. It was through our digital pickup. So I got those, so I need to get them. I would like to can for like a strawberry pie. I've really never done strawberry pie before. I've done blackberry, blueberry, anything else, peach. Let's see, apple filling, cherry. See, and I don't think they have it in this. That's maybe why I've never done it. There is a fly flying around here and he's gonna get it. How did you get in here? It says apple pie filling, apple cranberry, blueberry, cherry crust, peach. What about strawberry? Let me look in strawberries. Here we go. Strawberries. It has everything but, okay. Canned strawberries. There we go. Let's look at that. I think it was page 27. Page 27, strawberries. Well, we just might can our strawberries then. It says strawberries, clean them, stem them, leave strawberries whole. That's what I was thinking, because then you could make strawberry pie. Well, you know what I could do? I could make strawberry pie with some of them, and then leave some, just mush them down, put them in the freezer, and use them for my strawberry jam, because I like to have strawberry jam in the winter. Okay, so I'll do half. I'll do half and half, because I'd love to get out a can of strawberry pie filling. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna let you go. I might get out my stuff to get the tomatoes started, because I probably have some more time over there. I'm gonna go see what the temperature is. Okay guys, our water's almost to 180, so what I'm gonna do, remember, you can never take a cold jar and stick it in hot water. It will bust. So do not do that for all the beginners. What you do, you come over here, you get your water going hot. It'll take a second for mine to go. But what you do is you let your water get as hot as you can. Then you fill these jars up. You let them sit for a couple of minutes. That's not hot enough, but I'm just showing you. Then you put them over here. You don't dump it out. You sit it there with the hot water. If that's still got to warm up. You sit it there and for a couple minutes, and then the jar will be warm. It's not going to be hot, but it's warm. At least it's warm going into hot. Will be better than cold going into hot. So then you put those in there, and you time them for 10 minutes. Then after 10 minutes, I'll be back. Okay guys, my timer went off. My jars are ready. So I take one jar out. I'm just going to show you how we fill up one jar, and then I'm going to fill up the rest and turn the video off so I can or put you on pause. Okay, this is nice and warm, because whenever I stir it, heat's coming out of it, so we've got it pretty good and warm. That's all we care about. Okay, so what we're going to do, we want a ½ teaspoon of salt. Put that in there. Got something in my salt. Half teaspoon of salt. Then you want to fill your green beans up. Oh, I forgot my onion. I'm going to try to put a little onion in here. Your jar's hot, so be careful. Put a little bit more in there. I don't like to cram them, but I do want it to be full, you know. I've seen some people, I think my mom used to cram them down there. Probably because she had a limited time because of all of us kids. Okay, I think that's as full as I'm going to fill it. Now, let me go. My hands are clean, and it's my family. So, let's see. Oh, I may only have onion powder. Garlic powder. I thought I had. I guess not, guys. Oh well. I will just do it whenever I get ready to cook them. Okay, so we got that in there. Now what we're going to do, we're going to take this hot water, and remember, ½ inch headspace. So that's going to be about to that first line right there. So what I do, I might have went over a little. Oh, here it is. And if you do go over, oh no, that's about right. It's a little over, but it'll do. And I got my salt in there. This is what I said about debubble. You stick this in there. See all the bubbles that are releasing? Sometimes after you do this and you release the bubbles, you'll have to put more water in there. And that's fine if you do. It just means that there was more bubbles in there than what needed to be. Oh yeah, now see, I'm starting to move them around. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put probably a little bit more water in there. Get in there. All right, so let me see. I'm gonna have to mark that. Well, actually, it's to an inch. Didn't it say an inch? An inch headspace? I think it is, but I've canned so much. Yep, an inch headspace. So I take the vinegar, I go around my jar to make sure it's clean. Feels good to me, no cracks. I reach over here with my little magnetic tool. I grab a lid, put that on there, and I tighten that just for enough to be finger tight. So then what I do is I'll take this, put it back over here, and then do the next one. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do all that because I'm getting to 21 minutes and I'll be right back after that's done. Okay guys, I got 10 pints. I thought I would get 8. I filled the 8 and then I realized I had some more green beans. I could have saved them, cooked them tomorrow, but I just would rather have them in the jars. So I went ahead and just did 2. They weren't as full as the other ones, but they'll be enough for me and Jeff. So I got 10 total. So I'm gonna work on tomatoes next, and I decided to make pasta. And so now I've got them in the pressure cooker. Now what I need to do is these vents will steam. After they steam for 10 minutes, I time them for 10 minutes. I put the weights on, put one on that side, one on that side, I got 2. And then after they're put on, then I get my pressure up to 10. Everybody's pressure is different. It goes by the altitude of your state, or I'm really not for sure. I just know mine is 10. And you may Google it if you don't know. And then after that gets up to 10, then I'm going to process, I think it was 40 minutes, was it? Oh, no, 20 minutes. Oh, that's awesome. I like when it's 20 minutes. So then they process 20 minutes, and then my timer will go off, and I'll let my pressure come back down to 0, pop off my weights, get them out, and let them sit. And then I'll be ready for whatever's next. I don't think I'm going to use a pressure canner for anything else. I think the rest will just be the big guy over there, the big pan. I think pressure cooker was for the beans and beans only. But that's about it. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up because I hate to let my phone stay on this mode while it's still got to process 20 minutes. I still got to wait for it to steam. So, but I'll pop on when I do the tomatoes, and I'll let you know how my beans look, and I'll show them to you. All right, thank you. Have a blessed day. Put a smile on your face. Put a smile on somebody else's face. It's a win-win situation. Everybody lives in a better world. I choose to. How about you? All right, guys, until next video, bye.